distinguished guests, competitors, one and all. It's now something of a tradition for premiers to host a farewell function for athletes competing in the Maccabi Games, and I'm delighted to continue that tradition for the 18th Games beginning in Israel next month. There are, of course, many ways of looking at the Maccabi Games. They are, first, of course, a great sporting event drawing athletes from around the globe, truly the Jewish Olympics. For Australians, they are a way of promoting our country, our skills, our diversity, our way of life to the rest of the world. And they're a reminder of our membership of a world community that places the highest value on international exchanges, in trade, in sport, in culture, in tourism, and dare I say, in politics. I was delighted to be a visitor to Israel less than 18 months ago. And above all, of course, for the Jewish community, they are a unique celebration of their faith, a faith binding millions of adherents in nations right around the world. Some may ask why a phone goes off. No, some may ask why a Jewish Games, and the answer, of course, is well, why not? I remember when World Youth Day was staged in Sydney 2 years ago. Yes, it was primarily a Catholic event, but in a deeper sense, it was a celebration of youthful idealism everywhere, our shared humanity expressed through the agency of the Church. In the same way, the Maccabi Games are a celebration of universal ideals of sportsmanship and goodwill. And the same with the Paralympics. Not everyone can take part, but everyone taking part is celebrating certain universal values: courage, resilience, determination, the pride of athletes contending with physical and intellectual disability. The Maccabi Games are likewise an expression of pride, and that is Jewish pride. Pride in a great and indestructible faith. Pride in the story of the Jewish people, their fortitude, their strength, and pride in the achievements of modern Israel. The most advanced, the most socially progressive nation in its region, a functioning and prosperous democracy. And that's something for all of us to celebrate, not just athletes, not just Jewish athletes, but all Australians of goodwill. Since 1932, interrupted only by the dreadful enormity of war, Jewish sportsmen and women have gathered in Israel, not only to achieve their best in sport, but to share the comradely fellowship of a living faith and a living culture. I'm told that Australia has participated in every Maccabi Games since 1950, and that, of course, mirrors our efforts with the Olympic Games proper, one of only 2 nations to have attended every Olympics. But it's a remarkable history of engagement with the Games and a great sporting ideal. And this year, I'm told that around 200 of the athletes attending this year's Games, approximately half the Australian total, are from New South Wales. So Maccabi, after all, is a worldwide community, and its mission is to promote Jewish identity through sport. Maccabi Australia is affiliated with the international body and has some 3,000 members in New South Wales alone, devoted to sporting, cultural and recreational activities. Amid the excitement and spectacle, no visit to the Maccabi Games would be complete without honouring the memory of those who died in the 1997 bridge tragedy and remembering those who still bear the scars. And perhaps that tragedy should be a reminder that with the right spirit we can conquer adversity and seize the fresh challenges and opportunities that life has to offer. After all, that has been the story of Jewish people down the ages. So my advice is to make the most of your travels, enjoy your experience. Remember that sport is a deeply embedded part of the Australian tradition, part of our lives, part of our culture, but it's not the prime part of our culture. Goodwill, tolerance and being there for each other, far more important. You go to these games with the blessing and the good wishes of every sports-loving Australian. No doubt you would not be standing here without the tireless work of many volunteers and friends, and I acknowledge all of those who continue to give freely and generously of their time and energy to ensure that our athletes and officials can make it to your games. I hope that many great sporting results will be achieved in Israel and that new friendships will be made and existing friendships will be strengthened. I also look forward to seeing the Maccabi, is it Maccabi or Maccabi? Maccabi Australian International Games take place in Sydney next year. Now, I hadn't realised that, so I had a quick read of this speech earlier today, so that'll be absolutely terrific to have that here in Sydney. I'm delighted to be part of that when that arrives in Sydney. Congratulations to all of you who've earned the right to represent your community at the 18th Games. I wish you all the best for the Games in the future. Bon voyage, good luck and a safe return. And delighted to have you here.